Well, one jockey who has literally taken the racing world by storm during the last few seasons is Freddie Tylicki. Fellow jockey Natalia Jamalova caught up with Freddie at Southwell Racecourse recently and asked him what have been the highlights during the current campaign.
Well, I'd have to say it's been a successful and fruitful year all around. So definitely the 5 time was the icing on the cake. On that day I had 5 rides, and it was for 5 different trainers as well. So I was very pleased to do that and to achieve that in my career. It's probably just a once-off, but at least I can say I've done it, you know.
Not so long ago, your career was under threat following the injury. Does the experience keep you grounded in terms of never taking success for granted?
Definitely. Any jockey could probably tell you the same. I mean, it's quite tough when you're out of the saddle for 8 months. You know, you're sort of not knowing whether or not you'll be back in the saddle or what have you. But look, if you're fully committed to this game and you know you want to do it, then you put everything in that you can get back into the saddle and be successful and try and make a living out of this game. As you know, we only have X amount of years in it, so you know you have to be as quick as possible getting back into the saddle. So I try to do that, you know. I've got 67 winners again, but I've had some nice winners this year. I think I rode 4 listed winners, had a couple of rides in Group 1s. And you know, you're obviously trying to improve and trying to work on your style year in, year out, because you know you can never really fall asleep here, because once you snooze you lose, you know. I'm very fortunate that I've got some great trainers to ride for up north, southern trainers and northern trainers. Look, you never know what's going to happen in this game. You never know what's around the corner. So you know, whatever job offer you would get, you'd have to consider it at the time and think about it, you know.
Who was your inspiration as a youngster growing up?
My father. My father was a 3-time champion jockey in Germany, so I was literally born into this game. And from a very early stage, I knew what it was all about and how tough it can be and how busy the lifestyle is, really, because literally during the season you don't have a lot of time for nothing, really. And yeah, I was born into it, and I knew exactly what you had to do, really, to get to the top and to keep going at the top as well, you know. I always got from an early age I got a great flair for the game, and you know, it's great to be part of it. And I mean, horse racing is all about adrenaline and the strength of the horses, and you know, the money that's in it and everything about it. So I would say I'm in for the love of the game, you know.
If you could change one thing in racing, what would it be?
I'd probably attract a younger crowd going to the races. I would advertise more in schools and colleges and that, trying and get the younger crowd going to the race, because that's the future for our industry. And you know, if those young people don't know about it, well, then the tradition won't be kept and won't be held on to. So I'd focus on them and try and get them to go, and maybe, you know, give them free admissions and, you know, all things like that. So I'd be focusing on that, because that's the future for racing.